Hello, I'm David DeSantis from Conversions for Sale, and also Only With the Trucks and NewWithTheTrucks.com. And I'm here with Luke Mattern, who is the GM of General Manager of Springfield GMC.
Yeah, hi. How are you doing today?
We have a fine selection of the trucks.
Yep.
That you have.
Yeah, we have Springfield Buick GMC. We're located in North Springfield, Vermont. One of the largest lifted truck dealers in the country. Definitely in the Northeast for GMC Sierras. We have about 35 or 36 in stock currently, with 10 or 12 more coming, including a one of one official GMC Harley Davidson truck, the only one being made this year, which we're pretty excited about. That's coming next month. And we carry Rocky Ridge predominantly and Tuscany trucks, and then we do our own 3/4 ton and 1 tons, which we'll show you in just a minute. But the Tuscany trucks are awesome, and then you have the Rocky Ridges. So we have 4-inch lifts here, we have 6-inch lifts, we have 5.3 liter gas, 6.2 liter gas, and we have diesels. Pretty much whatever you need, we have it.
And so, the trucks, obviously, when you look at them online, the pictures, you don't really see the size of them.
Yep.
Which I think people don't realize that they are big.
Yeah. So this is a 6-inch lift. I'm 6'3". Pretty good. When you just see a photo online, you really don't get the gist of it. But when you're driving down the street, I'm sure it's windy, so hopefully you can hear us. When you're driving down the street or you're stopped at a traffic light, people take notice. It's really they're awesome. They're really great, and we have a bunch. So like I said, so this is a 3/4 ton crew cab. Right now we have $15,000 off all of our 2019 lifted trucks in stock. We deliver anywhere in the country. We don't charge for delivery in New England, New York, and some of New Jersey. And if we don't have it, we'll get it for you. So it's great.
Yeah. So the lifted trucks, they do cover all the different stock trim levels.
Right.
So
we have SLEs, SLTs, and Denali's.
Right. So
Yep.
then it's not just the basic packet, basic truck with the lift and everything. It runs the whole gamut or spectrum of the trim levels for.
Yeah, a beautiful truck. Shoot, come on over and take a peek. So we have, you can do just about anything from, lighted LED symbols and different grills. Your choice of running boards. We have about 15 different types of wheels, from chrome to black to fuel, all of them. And if you come in, you can see, full leather. This is a 5.3 liter SLT. This one is $68,900 for an MSRP, and with 15 grand off, it gets you down to $53,000. That's pretty cheap for a loaded SLT with a 6-inch lift. And these are the K2s, and then the Alpines are a 4-inch lift.
Right.
And we do 1 tons, like there's a 1 ton crew cab over. Now these are fully loaded trucks, and they have the new tailgate too, which is cool. We'll show you in just a second. And this has 20 Mayhems on it. So the new tailgate that's on the GMCs, on the upper trim level trucks, it's a 6-position tailgate, which is amazing. So this button right here, this opens that, and that's for longer cargo and such. But then you can also just open it up if you want, and as a load stop, so you don't have to worry about stuff falling out the back. What's also awesome is if you hit this button and then this button. This is fabulous because when you have something in here, you can reach in and grab it. You don't have to reach over the tailgate trying to grab it. And then you can also make this a step as well. So it supports up to 500 pounds, which is good because I'm close to that. No, not really. And then they have these spots here. We actually, like a truck we have inside, has a kicker audio system that fits right into there. So you have it's all Bluetooth for tailgating and stuff. You have a power outlet right here, so you can plug in radio or a saw or a computer. Anything like that you need.
You know what's cool is, even though this truck is lifted, that gate when it's down, you still have a lot of.
It's still very accessible.
Yeah, it's very accessible, and it's not super tall. And this kind of how it goes down like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm obviously shorter than that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like.
Yep. So when you open it up, you mean? tailgating, right? You put your feet here, you sit here. If you're on the job site, you flip down the middle part. You can work on the computer like a desk. It's they're really great. Truthfully, I thought they were a little gimmicky when I first saw them coming out. When I saw them in the press releases and stuff. But since we've had them, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Really helpful piece of equipment.
Yeah,
And it's very easy. Also, you can just, it's on the key fob too. You can open it on the remote. So, very helpful. Especially when, forgot to do that.
Yeah, especially with them being lifted, it's like that you can really see how like it makes it easier, way easier access.
Yeah. You just love the way the exhaust works with the dual exhaust and into the bumpers integrated. Really did a great job with the new GMCs this year, and having them lifted with the Rocky Ridge and the Tuscany is just, it really is awesome to have. And we've got every color you could want, different custom interiors. Some have bed tonneau covers, some have hard folding tonneau covers, some have lifted tonneau covers. And we also carry, which is awesome, I think, we are also one of the largest four-wheel drive Quigley van dealers in the country, and we ship these all over the place. We ship them to Alabama, Arkansas, out west.
Really?
Yeah. So full four-wheel drive, covered under the manufacturer's warranty, which is great. The other wonderful thing is that we have them lifted and not lifted. This one happens to be lifted.
Nice.
And then we take them to a place called Customizers. And Customizers puts in an amazing interior, individual reclining buckets. Up to 15 passenger. You can also do 14 to get away from the insurance requirements. And instead of just having a flat headless bench, you've got a nice, very comfortable captain's chair. They're really fun too, and they look awesome. And these are great rims.
Yeah,
And
they look,
rims
those
and
things
tires.
for the people who are doing the off-road van thing. It's like this would be the ideal vehicle for them to.
Right,
Go out west
we've done some with the racks up across the top and the back with the extra wheels and lights, and we can customize these to whatever you want, with winches on the bumpers, the whole deal. Really fun. Running boards if you need them. But what a stance! I mean, they're awesome. They're great rigs. And then we do, which I don't have a lifted version of it here yet. Next week I'm going to get it, unfortunately. But we have a 6-inch Tuscany lift coming. That has one of these vehicles here, which is what we're another kind of avenue that we're going to specialize in here. Now this, if you watch it, has is fully equipped for mobility issues. Now this one does have the chair still in the tray, but if you are in a wheelchair, you would just wheel yourself right into the platform, back in, and then the vehicle will lift you up into the truck. And go completely flat, so you can get in. And now these can be put on any of our full-size trucks, Dave. Yep. They can be put on the passenger side or the driver's side. The Dunkin' Donuts bag, because I drove it this morning, doesn't come with it. I promise you that. But you can have it if you want it. That's funny. But if you know anybody, a veteran, or it doesn't even have to be a veteran, these conversions are unbelievable. They really give freedom. In fact, so much so that we created a charity called Freedom Drives Us, where we're trying to do a freedomdrivesus.com. Even though the website's not quite done yet, the donate button works. So what we're going to do is help specifically upfront veterans get into these, because everybody knows, as soon as you think about a mobility impaired person or a handicapped, however you want to say it, you immediately think they have to go into a minivan. And then they lose passenger space because they have to have room for the chair to manipulate. They have 2 inches of ground clearance, which in the Northeast here doesn't work in the mud season. There's no way it's going to happen. You can't tow a camper with a minivan. You can't tow a work trailer or a Kubota or a small tractor. This way, you have full ground clearance. You have 4-wheel drive, driver's side or passenger side. We can do these on Yukon XLs, and lifted trucks, which is why we're here today. And I wish I had it. I'm sure that we're going to have it on Dave's website soon. And highlight it, as well as the Harley Davidson truck that we have coming. So it's going to be a great thing.
Even if you're, if you're in a wheelchair, you can still get a lifted truck, wheelchair accessible, and be riding
And
inside.
this one's got a couple extra things just to show you. You know, another thing that we can do with these is this one is pre-owned. It just shows you the kind of stuff that we can do. Full hydraulic lift, the crane. If I can get it. That's up. That's up. Gotta hit the right button. It's always helpful. There you go. And if you wanted to have your wheelchair in the back and sit in a regular seat and still use hand controls, that's up to you, however you want to do it. This takes a little more time to get the wheelchair in, but it is something that that we can do with the lift, which is great. We're focusing on this part for the charity that we're doing. And the nice thing about this, again, for folks that have given just about anything, veterans, or given just about everything, is that once they get into here, once this closes, about 15 seconds from when you start doing it. It's all in one key fob, one button. Well, one button to go in and then another button to close it. But what I really love is that if you were just walking by this truck, once the doors are closed, there's no way you would not even look at this and go, oh, that person's in a wheelchair. Oh,
right.
You know, it just now they can go anywhere they want to. They can tow anything they want to. I can again do it in half tons. I can do it in 3/4 tons and 1 tons. Yukons, XLs, and now I can even do it in the Buick Enclave. So fantastic.
And this one is a Denali.
Yes.
So you can get it in any of the trim levels.
Any trim level. Yep.
However you want it.
Yep. And we're open for things there. You can just call and ask to speak to Jennifer, myself, Luke, or Crystal to get it started. They're the ones that kind of know about the different grants and charity things that we can work with, including freedomdrivesus.com, which if you want to help us give one of these away to a vet, go to freedomdrivesus.com. All the time, which is
onlyliftedtrucks.com or newliftedtrucks.com.
Yep.
And
yeah.
Do you want to go? Let's just take a look at that Tuscany.
Yeah.
So I know we got a lot of Rocky Ridges here, and just kind of like the little differences between the Tuscany and the Rocky Ridge.
Yeah.
As far as
so the Rocky Ridge has a lot of their own brand and stuff. Like you'll see, like this Rocky Ridge here has its own 20s. And they all have different tires available, different rims available. We have this Tuscany doesn't have it, but we do have Tuscanys coming in-house with fuel rims. The Tuscany has a slightly different dual exhaust system. Usually you can have they come with a a hard tonneau cover like you see there. Sometimes this one doesn't, but sometimes they have a custom color keyed leather interior, which is really awesome. And coming soon down the road is an active air intake on the hood of the Tuscanys.
Right.
The Tuscanys are a little more money, a few more options on them. Both manufacturers, their reps are very accountable for us. Obviously, we buy a lot of trucks, so they want to make sure we're happy.
Right.
And my rep for Rocky Ridge, Brandon, is the greatest guy in the world. and hopefully that gets me a discount, Brandon. And really fantastic. Anything that we've ever needed, which isn't really much for either manufacturer, is good. I've been with Rocky Ridge for a long time. We're a redo with Tuscany, new company, new ownership and such. So really good. And the Harley Davidson truck is going to be a Tuscany.
Tuscany, just to let people know, about them being they have a new ownership. Tuscany is actually owned by Fox Factory, which is a publicly traded company. I think of Fox Shocks. That's the company that owns Tuscany now. And so you've got, Tuscany has the backing of a major corporation now.
Yeah.
And so it's not just, and one of the other things too is it's not just, these are not just mom and pop operations. These are legitimate, authorized outfitters by the manufacturers, and so
Rocky Ridge also.
And Rocky Ridge, yes, they've been in business for what, over 30 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing what they've been doing. All these companies have been in this for a long time, and they have long-standing relationships with the manufacturers. And GM is not going to allow an outfitter to be part of their program that's
is junk.
Yeah, that does junk or it does things.
Well, we had talked about that earlier on a previous thing where sometimes I get, I can do that cheaper at home. Well, okay, in theory, maybe you could do it cheaper at home, but when you do it cheaper at home, you're using cheaper stuff. Even if you're a global tech or ASC certified technician, I see these all the time. When you're going behind them down the interstate, and the rear wheels are 4 inches to the left of the front wheels, they're crabbing down the road. You go around a corner, the thing's popping and hopping. You don't use the best parts. It isn't the same. And the biggest thing is you void your warranty. So that's a huge factor when you do this. When you get these from the manufacturer, the warranty is in place from the manufacturer, and the lift and the conversion itself comes with a 3-year, 36,000 mile. Bumper to bumper. I hate saying bumper to bumper because it's really not, but covers most of the stuff as well as the manufacturer warranty. So it's really, really huge. The quality is there for both of them. I very much like dealing with the reps that I have, Rich and Brandon, and highly suggest that you come and take a peek at them. If you're a ways away, they're all online, and
well, you had mentioned the warranty thing too. The warranty, the manufacturer, GM, requires that Tuscany, Rocky Ridge, they basically have to warranty whatever they modify on the vehicle.
That's correct.
And so it's, that's the thing too. You're not left, you may pay more, but you're getting way more, and you're getting the support of companies that are established and that have to stand by their products. And so that's a huge difference between the Rocky Ridge, basically the authorized outfitters products, and what you would get at Mom and Pop Garage. And so
and if you've never been to Vermont, it's a great opportunity. If you look around, it's absolutely gorgeous.
A lot of greenery.
Beautiful. There's no box stores in Springfield. We were talking about that. There's a prison, a great barbecue trailer, two Neanderthals. I'll put a plug in for them. They're great, and us. And to be one of the largest volume Sierra dealers in the country in North Springfield, Vermont, is something to be said. And again, it comes back down to pricing.
Right.
And we're willing. We want to move these trucks. We want to move all of our trucks. So we have the motto, it's the best price period. And it's not something that we have a couple other non-GM stores I heard recently. They're 30 miles apart from each other. One says, nobody beats that deal. And the other one says, we have the best deal. Everybody, will beat any deal. So somebody's a liar. But we just do it all the time as practice because we specialize in volume. That's what we do.
And you have a lot of trucks here.
We have a lot of trucks.
A lot of trucks.
I have 70 1-ton and 3/4-ton crew cab diesel Denali's in stock. 70 of them.
That's a lot.
And that's to remind all of our half-tons and Canyons and the Savannah vans, Quigley vans. Pretty much whatever you got.
Dealer.
We got it. We're a truck dealer.
You're a truck
and we sell Buicks too. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's really good. So this is the Tuscany truck that we talked about. So the ZRX off-road package gets you the wheel flares and such.
Which,
This one-
depending on where you live, that those fender flares, you need them because of if the wheel. Some states require that if the wheel sticks out.
So
Then
Vermont is that way. You're definitely covered. Now, Massachusetts, you can't have a 6-inch lift, which is why we carry the altitude rocky ridges, because they're a 4-inch lift, and those are inspectable. So Massachusetts residents, don't think that you can't get a lifted truck, because you can. And we do it all the time. It's a 4-inch versus a 6-inch, still look amazing going down the road. Gives you that feeling of.
So if you're an out-of-state customer too, you want to get in touch with you guys.
Yeah.
And say, hey, I live in such and such a state, 4-inch or 6-inch, and I would imagine that like Rocky Ridge and Tussie, because they've been doing it so long, they go products all over the country, so they kind of know, okay, this state 4-inch, this state 6-inch.
Yeah.
And
now, and we have, and I don't know if it's the case. I don't know every state, so there might be some states that don't allow it at all, other than maybe a 2-inch, which we have straight from the manufacturer now.
Right.
In the AT4s, it comes with a 2-inch standard lift from the factory. So it's still an awesome looking truck. And actually, this is an AT4 that was converted into a lifted truck. Because that way you get the color keyed, like this is an AT4 over here. You get the color keyed grill versus the chrome grill. So it's a difference there. That's why we chose to do a few of those. And again, the 5.3s, and we have the 6.2s.
As I say, the Tuscane's a 6.2, so that one's got the beefier engine in it.
And we actually do some supercharged trucks as well, upwards of 700 horsepower, which I don't have this week. It's, custom. It's a gray truck that's completely matted finish, matte gray with black racing stripes up the hood and on the roof, with a red outline on them. It's got a custom bumper, rack, lights. Really a kick-ass truck.
Yeah, so
it's
you can
awesome.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
That are
So if you want one, get in touch with us, and we'll put it in your driveway. I promise you. It's no one's gonna touch our pricing. Or our inventory, really. There's other dealers out there that stock a lot. We stock in the Northeast, at least. We're it.
Well, as far as dealers that stock 20 units, it's less than that. 8 years of doing it, I know who's got what, and there's not a lot of them out there, and so it's a huge commitment for the dealer to stock a lot of these trucks, because most dealers don't, and so and that's why Springfield GMC.
We have about $3 million worth of inventory of lifted trucks.
Yeah, it's
About $3 million
It's a big investment.
Yeah.
But they're committed to the market, which that's the biggest thing. They're not just, well, I got a couple. They're committed to the market. They're committed to the products. They're committed to the outfitters.
Well, and that kind of goes along. So my commitment to these certain niches were started with commercial vehicles. We started doing dump trucks, and we were stock 100 dump trucks, and people were like, "You're crazy."
Wow.
And we started selling them because we had them.
Right.
And it got me thinking about these other things, and that's why we started really. I used to joke about. I actually did a commercial one time where we had a guy dressed up in your typical car dealer, and he's like, hey, my name's Bill. I'm a commercial truck dealer. I got one. Look at this. I got a commercial truck. And he doesn't even know anything about a scissor hoist or a single piston, or what the gauge of the steel is, or anything about it. And we have experts here with our commercial stuff. Of course, we have commercial vans and dump trucks, and a lot of them. Plow trucks. We usually do about 100 plow trucks every season that we stock. We end up selling more than that. Commercial cutaway vans, utility vans, and that's why we started doing. I had dabbled in lifted trucks years ago, doing the onesie twosie things, and didn't take hold. And over the last couple of years, we've just been ramping up. Last year in 1 month, we sold 37 lifted Rocky Ridge trucks.
Oh, mackerel.
You know, huge incentive
That's
on the
a lot.
18s. They were huge. And you know, even now, $15,000 off with the trade and financing. Man, you can't. How can you beat it? It's
Yeah.
almost the price of the original truck without
Exactly.
the conversion.
That's why I like to think of the lifted trucks as actually being an additional vehicle trim level
Right.
for new trucks that's available for consumers,
Right.
where you can buy the truck, and depending on the rebates and incentives and the timing of it, the rebates and incentives can significantly offset the upfit
The price
costs.
of the upfit, yeah.
So then you're paying pretty much the original MSRP, and you're getting the whole package, you know. And so it's really an awesome.
As we say here,
Yeah.
isn't it time to take a step up in life and you know, get into a lifted truck? You can't believe how many thumbs up you're going to get, and honks and they sound amazing too when they start up. That dual throaty, you know,
Yeah, I want.
throatiness. And, just know that yeah, does funny things to me.
Really good.
Yeah, it's great, and especially this is a 6.2, so it sounds even better.
Yeah.
And the 6.2 with a supercharger on it, when that winds out, I wish you could hear that when that pulley gets going and
Oh yeah.
it's screaming at you, and it just launches you. It's awesome. But if you've never driven one, because you think that they're rough riding or whatever, come take a test drive. There's no commitment from us. We're not a high pressure dealership. Our volume and our inventory and our prices speak for themselves. And if I can't do a car deal or a truck deal on the basis of the merits of the deal, then I don't want to do it. I want everyone happy, which isn't always possible. Car business is really tough.
Right.
We really try hard to have have happy customers, and most of ours are. So
Well, and the other thing too is that you mentioned the ride, which I know when in doing research and seeing what other people are saying about, particularly the Rocky Ridge, the Tuscany, and why these authorized upfitters, the components that they use, they're top notch, and it's the ride. When you look at the reviews of like the Rocky Ridge, the Tuscany, people that have them, own them, drive them are like, I can't believe the ride of the vehicle.
yeah.
The thing rides beautiful, and so when you look at the testimonies of people that actually they have them, they love them, and
Yeah.
they're very they're very satisfied.
Well, so here's the thing. Let's test out the digital market. If you come or call us and work out a deal with us at the end of that, let us know you saw it on this broadcast right here, and I'll take another $500 off the truck. So $15,500 as long as you trade and finance with us. And even if you don't, there's still a ton off, and they're really, really inexpensive.
Right.
So,
all right.
yeah. Dave, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Luke.
Any questions, Springfield Buick team? We actually are switching over, if I could talk, Luke, take two. SpringfieldBuickGMC.com. We just switched our website. When you go to lift the trucks on the bar, go down, it does say Tuscany. We're fixing that. But when you go there, you say search inventory, and it shows you everything that we have.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So, and if you want, you can get in touch with us. We'll get a salesperson come out with their phone and show you the truck that you're most interested in right there.
Right.
But
yeah.
it's even better if you come up and drive them, because they're just that good. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys very much. I hope you have a great day, great weekend. Don't forget, July 6th at Suicide 6, huge benefit concert for veterans. Help us give one of these away. If you can't make it, if you're out of the area, please go to freedomdrivesus.com, hit the donate button, and every single dollar helps. And we'll make sure that when we give it away, that it makes it onto your website.
Sure.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Down through the middle.
Okay. Here, you walk in.